Alright, and we're back to the Odyssey that I don't have any idea of what the actual custom rounds are doing, but I'm excited. Let's go. Least cash. I remember now. So, restart. Because I'm dumb. Alright, let's just go with what we know works for a start. We'll go that there. Another one, let's say here. And then the last one, just where we had it before. And by before, I mean the time that I messed up that I probably edited out. But yeah, we only messed up because I was rushing a Prince of Darkness. Admittedly, it does seem quite necessary, as I was told by Mark in the comments. Thank you for that, Mark. Ooh, that's fine. That's fine. We will probably struggle when we get to like round 10 or something though. Which is going to be like round 6. I don't exactly know the reasoning behind this Odyssey and the whole custom round situation, but I know it's definitely weird. It is most certainly weird. But yes, I would like a Prince of Darkness roughly here if I can get it. Now the only thing is, I want to get Psy as soon as I can, but these guys will probably overwhelm us. So I'm going to place a ninja instead. Just to help out. Because I do eventually want to get a ninja alk, as I usually do, but I want to be safe this time around. Because last time I literally just got 3 dart monkeys, a necromancer, Psy, and a sniper. And damn, that was a terrible team for a Moab. Psy was just 1 level away from being able to pop Ceramic's whole, which would have made the whole situation so much easier. But no. But no. It just didn't work out. And I didn't want to sell anything either. Like, ordinarily, I would have just sold something and the whole situation would have been fine, you know? But, ooh. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Couple lives lost. That's fine. So long as we have our boy here. Perfect. Alright. We could have gotten Seeking and then Sharp Shurikens, but I did not want to delay placing Psy for much longer. And it's only 7 lives. 7 lives, 3 maps remaining. I think we can afford to lose them. Okay. But yeah, so far so good. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned it. I know I mentioned it on stream, but I think there's something wrong with me. Now, I don't think it's anything like physically wrong with me, maybe a little bit mentally, but for some reason, like, I don't have any sort of allergies or anything like that. I've been quite blessed with the whole gene pool situation sort of thing. And I'm very grateful for that. However, on many occasions, and this is just a very minor thing, on many occasions I've eaten apples, right? And I personally love apples, red apples specifically. I don't mind what type they are, so long as they're red. So they can be whatever brand or whatever type of apple they want, as long as they're, you know, the red color. But for some reason, ever since well, not ever since I've had an apple, but I've tried a few other fruits recently. The main 2 being plums and pomegranate. Right, so I tried a pomegranate last night. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I liked it. It was certainly interesting in comparison to other fruits that I've had, where you don't just bite into it. You kind of split it open, scoop it out, and then eat it. But yeah, I've got this weird thing that both my family and other people related to me have been outraged about, in that a lot of the times, a spherical-esque shaped fruit, to me, tastes like apple. So, like, obviously if it tastes like apple and it looks like an apple, it's probably a fucking apple. But, On 2 occasions when I've eaten plums and pomegranates, I've smelt them first, because, I don't know, that's just a weird thing that I do. I like to smell my food before I eat it, probably to test for poison or something, but I wouldn't be able to tell if it smelled like poison. Anyway, I smell it first, and I immediately go, ooh, kinda smells like an apple. And then I go, you know what, that's fine. I like apples, it's something I enjoy, so it's a good association, you know? Smell something new, it smells like something familiar, you're less likely to hate whatever you're trying, right? So I'm just like, cool, that's chill. Love apples, love the smell of them, so this will taste great. And then I taste it, and for some reason to me, both plums and pomegranates taste like apple. And I don't understand where my brain's getting this from. Because every time I say that out loud to people, they go, what the fuck is wrong with you? And they just kind of give me this look as if to say, I'm out of my mind if I think that they taste like apple. And I'm inclined to agree with them, because I keep thinking to myself, not everything can just taste like apple. That's illegal. That's not how fruit works, right? I legitimately don't know. And like, even if it did taste like apple, the inside definitely does not look like an apple. You know, pomegranates especially, they look fucking weird on the inside. They kind of look like a spider's nest with like little bits of webbing and then the little egg sacs. But yeah, it just sort of tasted like apple to me. I don't know what's wrong with me. Admittedly, it means I enjoy a lot of fruit because I love the taste of apples, and apparently all of them taste like apples. But it's weird. It's just with a select few. You know, it's not like every spherical fruit tastes like apple to me. No. Like, apples taste like apples, plums taste like apples, pomegranates taste like apples, oranges taste like oranges, mandarins taste like mandarins. I don't know what it is. Maybe the plum and pomegranate farm are right next door to the apple farm, and they all just get sort of lobbed in together. And my brain just can't distinguish the difference or something. I don't know. But for some reason, when I taste pomegranate and when I taste plum, I taste apple. It's such a weird thing to me. I hope I'm not alone in this. Or at least if I am alone in this, people have had similar experiences with other types of food. But yeah, I get a weird feeling I might be fairly alone in this in this sort of discovery. Maybe I should look it up. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I'll look it up and see if Google thinks I'm fucking crazy. See if Google thinks I'm out of my mind. How have we spent 20 grand? Is it just these two? Expensive mofos. Alright, so yeah, we'll get Prince of Darkness. That'll bump us up to around 50,000, which means we've got roughly 20,000 to spare, so maybe we can try and fit a sniper monkey in with the old elite defender. Because, to be honest, for this level, I want to aim for 70,000 spent, or less, because that's what the hardest difficulty is under 70,000. And to be honest, since it's on another brick, it's probably best if we try and conserve as many extra lives as we can, so that we can lose them on another brick where we need to. Okay. And we may even need to stop certain upgrades for the alchemist and the ninja, because we don't need to carry it. We don't need it to carry us that far, because this guy's also pulling his own weight in terms of damage. So we don't need it to be like crazy good, we just need it to be good enough to get to a Prince of Darkness. And if we didn't buy like stronger stim or the perishing potion stuff, maybe we'd be able to afford like a Prince of Darkness sooner. This part's a little terrifying. Can we pop all of those? Ah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then Sai just makes the cleanup a piece of cake. Beautiful. Okay. Actually, you know what would fucking destroy this challenge? Permaspike. Is it possible for me to get a Prince of Darkness and a Permaspike? If they were my only 5th tiers, maybe. But there's one. And we've got 28 27,000 roughly to spend, which is pretty damn good. So I think I will go for my good old friend back here. Not the permaspike, but good old elite defender. And hopefully, I'm aiming to be under 70,000. So we'll see how that goes, because this is only hard standard. I'm pretty sure the last map is both impoppable and 70,000 cash limit. So keeping that in mind, shit's going to be a hell of a lot more expensive, and they're giving us less budget to work with. Kinda, you know, shortens the stick from both ends, which is not entirely agreeable. But to be honest, I feel like Prince of Darkness can solo most of the rounds from through up till 80, even though the last round is in fact round 90 technically, because they're all DDTs. But yeah, Prince of Darkness is just insane. Good old pod. Ooh, we're not going to be able to afford Elite Defender and stay under 70,000. Okay, I'll try and keep that in mind. So we do need to cut a bit of the budget. We really do. 'Cause, like, we can get it this round, but that's the thing. The budget's going down by 8,000 in the last map. And then alongside that, the budget, well, the costs are going to be going up. For every tower, for every upgrade, for every placement. So, you know, I can guarantee any monkey knowledge that gives you any sort of discount whatsoever, absolutely amazing. Absolutely gonna carry you through this. Like, if you have the monkey knowledge to make your first military monkey cost like 2/3 of the normal price, and then like the upgrade to make all of their upgrades cheaper or some shit, it's gonna come in very handy, and you could probably just make a military only build and have it carry you. I would have at least thought we'd be able to get 2 5th tiers out and stay within budget. And admittedly, on this round we can. We'll see how we go with just Prince of Darkness and a tier 4 sniper. How about that? We'll see how far we can get with just those two. Because admittedly, Prince of Darkness ain't slowing down any second now. You know, he's going to be smashing through this for a while. So I think if we can afford this setup with 61,000, then maybe on Impoppable it's not going to be that much higher, and it might be like, I don't know, 65, 66,000. Oh, it could be worse. It could be more than that. But we'll see. But yeah, we'll just see if we can handle up to around 80 with what we've got now. You know, we're not gonna get this upgrade yet unless we have to. You know, I just really want to see the Prince of Darkness's potential here. I believe that it probably could slaughter the rest of these rounds. Like, we're already at 74, and it's it alongside the ninja out combo are just destroying. Oh, actually, along with Sai as well. Got to give Sai credit for taking out all the annoying ceramics when he or when they do. Okay. ZOMG. Come on, Sai. You got this. And Prince of Darkness. I support you too. I'm thinking this would be the probably most difficult part. Simply because Prince of Darkness... Okay, well played. I was going to say, since Prince of Darkness has such a big gap in between getting pops there, because he just takes 10 years to get to the Prince of Darkness, so probably best to put him near the start on another brick, now that I'm thinking about it. But other than that, I think we should have a pretty solid lot of balloons coming through. Okay, this is good, this is good. Yep, BFBs can easily tank around 78. I'm a little bit wary of the fact that the sniper and Psy are keeping all the pops up there to themselves. You know, Prince of Darkness needs his good fill. Okay, maybe those BFBs will be enough for the next lot. Oof, good. Perfect. That's the only thing. If we've got Sniper and Psy, they can sort of hoard everything at the start of the map, which you would think is a good thing. But in some situations, it's actually terrible. Especially for Prince of Darkness, who's a little bit more into the middle of the map. Alright, yep, load them up, load them up, load them up. Come on. This is good. It's good that they're sending... Oh my god, really? Psy's just... Okay, that's fine. Perfect. Perfect. We have 61,000 spent there. This should be relatively easy. When you hear hoofbeats, do you think horses or zebras? I don't know. I guess horses. Because of where I live. Wait, is the last map impoppable? Oh no, it's just standard. Oh, then we'll smash that then. I hope. Maybe. We'll see. This is impoppable. So everything's a little bit more expensive. 240. That means we can only place 2 dart monkeys. That's unfortunate. Guess we'll see how it goes. I do like the sneaky dart monkey locations. But having them out in the open also very beneficial. Okay, let's try that for now, I guess. Maybe you should be on last. Yeah, because I remember making a challenge about dart monkey placement on this map, specifically for round 4. And let's just say people got annoyed at it because they thought it was pixel perfect placement, but it was actually just one of these cheeky little side spots. And just shuffling around the attack pattern a bit. Let's place that third one down. Okay. Come on. I know we're going to lose a few lives here. Oh, that's actually more than a few. How many? Okay, not terrible. Not terrible, I'll take it. But there is a worse round coming soon. I just hope we can afford that ninja before then. Damn, we've already spent 720. That's crazy. Okay, it's not this round, but I think it might be the next one. Either round 5 or 6. Okay, it's not round 5, it's round 6. Okay, round 6 is going to be a pain in the assolio. Right, let's place you here. Try and get ninja discipline as soon as we can. And that's the thing, like, placing banana farms and things like that wouldn't even help you here. If you actually placed a banana farm, it would only hinder you on this map. Like, yeah, you'd get more money quicker, but you have a budget. So, it doesn't really matter if you have 100,000 gold. If you can only spend 74,000 of it, then you're stuck with the rest of us that are earning normally. If the budget was higher, and the rounds were shorter, like it only went to 60 or something, then I could see value in farming, because you might not even be able to earn that amount in the given amount of rounds. But if that's the case, then you could probably just not place banana farms at all, and survive with the amount you were earning off the rounds alone, because it's kind of what BTD was all about. Weird. Very weird. Alright, let's get sharp shurikens, because this is going to get hectic real quick. Yep, there it is. Okay, now I think we go for Psy. Most likely dead center of the map. Well, it's not like we can place him anywhere else. Or place him anywhere else. Okay, so far so good. If we can afford Psy, then I think we're in good shape. Because they can carry us for quite a while. And they can pop up to rainbows when you first place them. I mean, they can't pop purples, but that's what the ninja's for. cool. Let's place you here. And they just completely ignore all the corn on the map, which is, you know, a little added bonus in my mind. Cool, cool. Ninja doing work. But yeah, now that I think about it, I really don't want to spend too much on removing the corn. So maybe if we can, we'll just stick to this little middle patch. Could be pushing it, doing that, but we'll see. We'll see. And we do have leads coming up soon, so we do need to place an alchemist somewhat quickly. Okay, good. It's not now. I thought it might have been now, and I was like, oh god. We are not prepared. Alright. Let's just alch buff everybody. Why not? Why not? You need to be on strong, throw bigger potions, and give this dip to everybody. Cool. So my thought process here is, if we have the alchemist buffing not only the ninja, but the Prince of Darkness, then maybe we'll be able to live more easily? I don't know. But we do need faster throwing now that we've got multiple targets here. Cool. Just checking that we're alright. Okay, 6k down the drain. It's going to be around 10k plus if we get this Bloon Jitsu. In fact, it will be plus. It'll be over by 80, but I think Bloon Jitsu is necessary. Stronger stim might not be. I think we could live with just Berserker Brew. Okay. Admittedly, I do love this Odyssey. Don't do the thing where you take lives away from me, please. Cool. But yeah, I do love the idea behind this Odyssey, where it's seemingly just, you know, play through the rounds, whatever if there's a cash limit, right? But it really, and I guess in combination with the rounds not being normal, it really makes you have to reconsider certain options. Like already, I haven't even gotten this guy to stronger stim, and we're over 10k spent. So I'm thinking about getting a Prince of Darkness with just a Berserker Brew and a Ninja at Bloon Jitsu, which is going to be difficult because here's a Moab. But to be fair, I think we can take it down with only Berserker Brew. So long as Sai's ready to clean up the mess. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right. Let's not waste any time. We know what we're going for. Let's go for it now. Don't know where the wall of fire is going to be. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I was hoping it would lean more towards that side. Oh my god, Shimmer costing more than 2k? Ah, Impalpable, I do not like you. Okay, but at the very least, Sai can now pop Cerams, which is good. A little bit late, considering the Cerams came earlier than expected, but it's fine. Those leads are just spaced out enough. That is painful. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Is it fine? I think it's fine. Why do I get the feeling like the second I buy my first 5th tier, my cash will probably be at like 70,000 spent? It really does take away a shitload of options when you do least cash on Impoppable. It opens up a whole new world of difficulty. Okay, but now that we've got the Necromancer, the next lot of Moabs should be easier on us, because we've got this flowing chain of death running right back at them. But 31,000 for a Prince of Darkness. That's going to set us at 50k. And that's our first 5th tier. I would not have expected all of these guys to cost 50k. Sheesh, man. Luckily, this is our last Impoppable run that we have to do. Because after this, there's just hard standard, which I thought was Impoppable. I'm very glad that it's not. Alright. Single Moab should be easy. Now that we've got some resurrection going on. Yes, there we go. Okay, okay. Maybe there is a chance. Maybe there is one. I don't think we'll be able to pop the first BFB if we don't have a Prince of Darkness. I think we need a Prince of Darkness to pop the first BFB. Because we are barely popping Moabs now, even with the Necromancer. So let's hope that the 3.6k I didn't spend on this guy is exactly how much I need to get Prince of Darkness before the first BFB. Shows its ugly head. Okay, we're basically halfway to a BFB killer. The only other thing I'd really want on this map is probably a Spectre. Or if I'm going on the cheap side of things, probably a Recursive Cluster. Yeah, I'd be happy with a Recursive Cluster in the middle of the map, to be honest. Not right now, I still want to see if we can get the Prince of Darkness, but if shit goes sideways, that's probably my cheaper, not cheapest, but one of the cheaper alternatives to getting a big fuck off 10,000 plus upgrade. Well, 10,000 plus single upgrade, you know? Recursive Cluster's not gonna be costing 10,000 by now, but maybe all of the upgrades leading up to it added together will. Oh boy. Okay. So far, so good. Moabs are dying as expected. On schedule. Cool. Love that half of these ceramics are getting taken out by Psy before they even reach our main squad. I am a little bit scared though, because round 60 is probably soon. Like, it's definitely not when round 60 actually is. So I'm guessing it's this round. Yep. Okay, let's just see how we go. Necromancer's gonna run out of things to summon. And then we just have to hope that we can pop this BFB normally. Which I have zero hope for, to be honest. Okay, maybe we can pop it normally, but the Moab's underneath, no shot. Yeah. Even with the double stun. Maybe if we double stunned sooner, you know, give it more chance to pop the BFB rather than more chance to pop the Moabs underneath. Let's try it. So no matter what, this guy's going to run out of summons. I don't think there's any way we can extend that. At least not easily. Alright, so we get him to around here where everybody's attacking, and then stun. Double stun. Very nice. And then Moab spawn there. And similar outcome, to be honest. And the ability's nowhere near coming back. Okay. This is a little bit awkward. What do we do? I'm half tempted to sell, but that's probably one of the worst options I could take. Let's try a Recursive Cluster being thrown into the mix. Probably down here. If we can fit it, we can. Oh man, this is gonna suck. Okay, not as bad as I thought. Let's just try a plain Recursive Cluster, no cross-pathing. Let's just see how it changes the game. Luckily the Alchemist is throwing out all the buffs right now. So we can stockpile a little before they get here, and I think we will try and stun just the Moabs afterwards again. That seemed like it was working better. Stun him here. Good Recursive Cluster, but not good enough. So maybe bigger bombs? God damn, this is getting more and more expensive by the second. I'm hoping that Recursive Cluster is as good as I think it is in terms of replacing potentially an elite defender. Come on, thank you. I don't want to get heavy. You know what? Fuck it. We'll get heavy bombs. Just to solidify that this works. And for no other reason. Okay. But yeah, man, this is going to be scary because we need to essentially make 11 grand before another BFB shows up, which is going to be very unlikely. Stun you now. Perfect. Okay, Recursive cleaned that up nicely. I think in the absolute worst case scenario, we can sell the Recursive to buy Prince of Darkness. And I mean absolute worst case, like there is no other option, and that's just what we have to do. But maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to make enough money from these non-BFB threats. Or the next BFB they send out will only come by itself. And there won't be anything else with it. That would be ideal. So that we could just do the same thing we just did there again. But goddamn, 31,000 for this upgrade is insanity. Okay, but it looks like we're going to be able to afford it. Hopefully without selling anything. Oh yeah. It's also really good because like the first time they introduce a lot of the Moabs, they're just on their own, you know? So the Moab's on its own, the BFB's on its own, the ZOMG's on its own, the Bad's on its own, but the DDTs, they're going to be actually easier for us because they feed our Prince of Darkness before showing up, which is brilliant. Oh my god, is this the worst timing ever? Oh, we need 800 bucks or nothing. Although we do have Psy's other ability now. So if we can just pop both of these, we'll actually be okay. And by pop both of them, I mean, and the Moabs underneath. Come on, come on, come on. Thank you. Oh, you beautiful son of a bitch, Psy. You beautiful son of a bitch. Oh, okay. Wait, what do you say instead of son and or daughter for people with pronouns of they and them? I'm not quite sure. I suppose you'd just say they or them. You beautiful they of a... I don't know how that works. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the greatest with the whole pronouns thing, but I am trying my best. I recently found out that in... Well... I've been playing Hades a lot on stream. And I recently found out that one of the characters in that game is also a they/them rather than a he, which I originally thought. And I was surprised because I don't think it actually told me anything about that in the game. Which is cool, you know, it doesn't have to outright say it. But yeah, I was just, I didn't know. Until someone in chat informed me and I was like, oh, cool. But yes, I'm not the greatest with the whole pronoun thing, but I am trying. And I will fuck up a lot. Believe me, I will. But I will try my best to correct my mistakes where possible. Alright, so 58,000. How much does that leave us with? Honestly, not a lot in terms of like 5th tiers. I don't think we'd be able to get anything, honestly. Because how much is that? Roughly 2,000, and then another 10,000, and then another 4,000. So 16,000. No way we can afford any 5th tier with that. At least not on this difficulty. So maybe we just work on spicing things up normally. You know, stronger stim. Probably another recursive cluster. While we can. Just making sure it's not going over. Good, good, it's not. And then... Cool. Cool. So we can get this much on screen for under 70,000. I think the last map's going to be pretty chill. Because all of these guys are going to be cheaper, which means we might even be able to get a 5th tier of some other kind, along with our Prince of Darkness. And we might not need the recursive clusters, if we can get Prince of Darkness early enough with not buying this upgrade super soon. So, fingers crossed. I think we have beaten this map, essentially. We didn't even remove any of the corn, which I thought we were going to have to do. But It's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, BFBs, Moab. Prince of Darkness needs a bit more feeding, but that's fine. That's fine. Food is on the way. It is actually a little bit of a shame because at this point in time, Sai's popping all the food, or all the potential food for the Prince of Darkness. And it'll only get worse as the rounds progress. Like, if they kept going past 80, Sai just starts sucking up the Moabs as well, and the Prince of Darkness is just sat there with an empty graveyard like, what the fuck, man? Alright, COMG. Are we going to be able to pop it? Probably not, considering the graveyard's going to be, like, pitiful by the time ZOMG actually gets around. Yep. Pitiful or non-existent. That's also a possibility. So let's just pop it down to BFBs, please. Oh my god, they're getting quite far. Stun them now. Come on. Really? Oof. This is gonna be tricky. Because I've spent all my money. Oh, you're not crit hitting. Okay, we can potentially do some crit hits to help out here. But damn, we're going to be cutting it close, everyone. This is going to be real close. Because Prince of Darkness, sadly, really sucks against a single ZOMG if he's in the middle of the map. Hate to say it, but it's true. And Sai's not exactly going to be pulling their weight anytime soon. Until the Moabs inside have popped. Come on. I swear it looks much more damaged than it actually is. Maybe we do it now? Oh, that is good timing. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No! Oh, I couldn't have waited much longer than that. But we can do this with good ability timing, I know it. I know it. Shut up, Impoppable. I know what you are. I know we can afford those. Anything else? Fucking Caltrops, help us out. Acid Pool, help us out. We're really pushing the budget on this one. But I think we'll get it in the end. We should get this. Because once we beat this, we've won. I'm saying that now. With a hell of a lot of confidence. So, when we're able to see BFBs, we will stun them. So like around here it was. Cool. Very nice. Means we'll pop them sooner. At least sooner in terms of how far they've gone on the track. Bang. There it is. Whew, this was a difficult one, not gonna lie. And I'm only saying now that we've definitely won because we're gonna be fed a lot of balloons for this guy. So he's gonna be absolutely fine. And round 80 is actually round 90, which is also a lot of feeding. So no problems there. And I also don't think there's any more ZOMGs, weirdly enough. Because I think it backtracks on a few of the rounds. So these are probably going to be the hardest rounds we verse until round 90, which is technically round 80, which is going to be easy because of our Prince. Wow, that was a lot. But yeah, I think we'll be fine. Because BFBs utterly destroy round 78, which this seems to be. Is this actually round 78? On round 78? That's weird, man. That's weird. I don't get it. But yes, finally making good progress. Took us a few attempts, but we got there. And then it's just another brick to sort out and destroy. I must admit, like, these Odysseys have been pretty crazy lately, just because there's always been some sort of key factor that just throws a spanner in the works, or a wrench in the mix, whatever you want to call it, a needle in the haystack. You know, just kind of ruins everything in some slight way. And so I haven't been able to like edit them down and just be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to afford this now real quick. Because I genuinely don't know if I'll be able to. But there we go. We very much cut it close there. But I think, personally, that was probably the map they expected us to have the most difficulty with. Because another brick's going back to standard game mode, which means so much cheaper. Oh, it's going to be nice. Okay. Admittedly, 70,000, but Psy doesn't cost 1,200. Thank fuck. Okay. And we can place 3 Dart Monkeys now instead of just two and a bit when the game starts. But where do I want to place my Dart Monkeys? Probably not directly in this corner. A little bit out, just a little bit. Just a little bit. So one there. Probably one here. I don't think I placed too much in this back section. And then like one pretty much at the start. Alright, let's run it. But yeah, hopefully we can do well here. Because admittedly this map is more of a pain than the rest, in my mind. Even if Cornfield does have a bit of a reputation preceding it. I do believe this map is actually harder than Cornfield by a mile. Because we didn't have to remove anything on the Cornfield map. And we don't have to remove anything on this map either. But it's still just a massive pain in the ass to beat. So we're still going to place our friend the ninja. Absolutely. Want to give him a corner position so he maximizes how much of the track he can see. I don't really enjoy this map simply because of the... This might sound dumb, but simply because of the brick wall. Like, this map without the brick wall obviously wouldn't be this map, right? But the thing is, when you've got Seeking Shurikens, like, even if you have the Seeking Shurikens upgrade, the Shurikens still tend to go straight into the brick wall because their turning isn't, like, instantaneous. They can't do 90-degree sharp turns. You know, they can't be just like, oh, fuck, no balloons this way. Nope. It's very awkward for Ninja to excel here when the balloons are, like, very close to him. But, like, when they're on this straight and narrow part and you can sort of get a bit of distance so they can curve easily, that's nice. That's nice. Alright, I think we'll get Psy next. Probably want them around here, I would say. And then the Prince of Darkness would also be very close nearby, just so that round 76, aka the ZOMG, is not as painful as it was on the last map. And we don't have to spam ability timings. But to be fair, I think I would have done the exact same thing if I had to replay the last map over again. Simply because, I mean, removing any of the corn whatsoever, even if it meant the Prince of Darkness could be closer to the front of the map, I think would have just pushed the budget a little too far. Maybe if you've got the monkey knowledge to make things a bit cheaper like that, then it would be worth it, potentially. If you've got an extra 1,000 or so from just not spending as much with your monkey knowledge, then I'd say it would be worth it to just maybe remove another patch of corn, move your Prince of Darkness a little bit closer. Like, if you imagine this map to be the cornfield, and it sort of comes down here, cuts over this side, and then goes back up, and then into this little middle section, right? Instead of having the Prince of Darkness on this little middle section, I'd probably remove the bottom piece of corn here, and then just have him, like, still close, sort of like where this Dart Monkey would be, but just, like, on the top right corner of this removed patch. That way he's closer to the start, can start attacking. Oh, yeah, I should probably focus on what I'm actually playing rather than imagining another map. But yeah, you get what I mean. He can start attacking earlier. Maybe he summons the balloons a little closer to the front of the map, and then everything will be a-okay. All right, let's do that, and then that solves all of our problems. Perfect. And then Berserker Brew. Probably jump to Balloon Jitsu. We will, again, need faster throwing because my boy here is dishing it out to multiple regular customers. You know, starting up his own little personal business. He's doing well for himself. Alright. Oh, I just love the fact that Balloon Jitsu's going to be the old 2,970 instead of 3,300. Ah, it's such a nice feeling when you go for something really difficult to really pathetically easy. Like I was playing Wonderlands, and essentially once you get to level 40 and finish the game, there's like I won't spoil it too much, but there's a way to make the enemies more difficult. But at the same time you get more rewards for killing them. Sort of like a New Game Plus type feature. And essentially there's 35 levels of that. I've gotten it all the way to the 35th level and I can still absolutely shred my opponents with the build that I'm using. But taking it down and going back to like level 1 difficulty, that's a shame actually. But yeah, just taking that down back to like level 1 difficulty and being like, wow, yeah, I really shred shit here. What do we want? Maybe a wizard and then a well-timed ability? I'm thinking. So set up for the Prince of Darkness a little. And then a well-timed Psi ability. Does it pulse twice? No, it doesn't. A little bit awkward, but we'll see how we go. Do it now. Oof. Unlucky. In fact, I did learn this from my my first attempt on the desert map, in that we don't necessarily have to pop the ceramics fully. We just have to get them down to rainbows because then Psi can handle it. So if we have an easy way to specifically pop cerams, or at least get a little bit more damage out, then we should, in theory, be fine. So if we just do something like this, or I want it to be in a good position, to be honest. Something like that. And then go... Do I want to go full metal jacket? I really don't want to go full metal jacket, if I'm honest. But it might be good. Okay, we'll go full metal jacket and faster firing. Right, so that way, and we put him on strong. So now we'll do a little extra damage to the Moab. Stun him. And then... No, it's not worth it. See, if we can just pop the ceramic layer, then Psi can easily clap the rainbows. Maybe something a little more on the explosive side of things, or perhaps just leaving a bunch of shit on the floor. Leaving a bunch of shit on the floor could do us wonders. But I'd say we'd need it to be here. Which is fucking hilarious. Let's try it. So if we just stun him here, it doesn't really make a big difference, I don't think. Oh, it makes a massive fucking difference. I'm an idiot. Well, I mean, it worked, so... I'm an idiot. But that's fine. I'm happy to take the role of idiot, so long as it gets me progress. You know, and now that we've got Wall of Fire, I have more faith in us being able to pop the next lot of Moabs that show up. Cool, cool, cool bananas. And we only had to spend an extra $1,000. Which honestly, in the grand scheme of hard standard, that's not too bad. In the grand scheme of hard impoppable, we would have lost on Cornfield. Well, at least we wouldn't have made the cash limit, which I think makes us lose. But damn, I do like that they're sort of tinkering with the system. You know, they're not They're not sort of keeping it a very linear game, which you might think is a bit weird, but I do love the fact that they're messing with the different ways in which we can lose. It sounds really masochistic, but I do love it when games sort of think outside the box and is like, alright, dying no longer makes you lose, but spending too much cash will also makes you lose. Well, I mean, they both would. But I love the concept. I'm really glad they added it into the challenges, because not only is it like opening up an infinitely more insane and impossible set of challenges for people to create themselves, but it also means they can make Odysseys like this, where they can show off their own sort of custom creation challenge skills, which I think is great. I'm still waiting for the update where they allow us to make custom rounds. I don't think it's going to happen. At least not anytime soon, if it is in the works at all. But, yeah, I have noticed that when Ninja Kiwi makes a custom Odyssey, we can't exactly replicate it in challenges editors anymore. Because that's what I used to do a lot. Because, every time I come to a difficult Odyssey, I tend to, you know, sort of stop and start recording, so I don't have like a 5-hour recording that I need to cut down. You know, I just sort of started on a new attempt, see how that attempt goes, stop it if I lose, bin that attempt, and then start a new attempt from there, just so I'm not, you know, harboring hours worth of videos on my desktop and it's just taking up space. So I do tend to cut it down, but a lot of the times I'd forget to press recording on the attempt that I actually won on, and that would already piss me off. But I was able to then go into the challenge editor instead of having to restart my Odyssey to redo that map, and I'd just recreate the level, and then I'd replay it from there, and it would be nice and chill, you know, exact same conditions. Perfect sort of scientific replication of the original test. The only difference would be that I was in Challenge Editor and not in the actual Odyssey, but, you know, if you took the strategy from the one and put it into the other, easily sort of done, you know? I think I might have to sell my fucking Spike Factory here. Yep, it's looking like it. Sell the Spike Factory, buy the Prince of Darkness. Definitely not a bad sacrifice here. Will that actually work? My god, it might not. How much do you sell for? 756. Plus set. Ooh. It will not work. I'd need to sell that and maybe a Dart Monkey. So maybe these two? These two together might get it? Yeah. Okay. Prince of Darkness, worth it. Certainly worth it. Sending Moabs back to combat against a BFB. Slaughtered! Alright, cool. And having that at the very start of the map, insanely strong. So let's get Stronger Stim to make it even crazier. There we go. And now we've got 20 grand. What can we buy for 20 grand? I don't think we can get a 5th tier sniper. So I think we're gonna go back to all reliable. Get ourselves a couple of these. A couple of these bad boys. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, because these guys are cheap as hell. Like 6 grand each, roughly. 6.7, something along those lines. For a pretty definite balloon destroyer. And it certainly does work against Moabs as well, but primarily, if you're having problems with balloons, like if you're having problems with round 63, invest in one of these guys. If you're having problems with round 76, invest in one of these guys, maybe 2 of them. If you're having problems with round 78, invest in one of these guys plus something to either remove camo or give these guys camo detection, because they will slaughter everything. And it is beautiful to watch. Truly. Alright. we've still got like roughly 6,200-ish to spend. I'm trying to, like, I know my math is wrong there, but I'm just trying to keep on the safe side of things. So let's invest it in a spike factory, because I am in fact playing pretty safe. So let's do this, that, this. Also, I don't actually know if you do lose if you overspend. I'm not even sure if it fully lets you overspend. I'm just wondering, because it says least cash, and so you need to spend less than 70,000. I don't actually know if it allows you to spend more, or if it like limits you and fully says, no, you're gonna lose if you do this, sort of thing. We can buy that. Okay, but now we're sort of capped out. Sort of. We can still... I'm not pushing it. No, no. In some way, I need to stop now. Because I'm quite idiotic. And a lot of the times, if I'm just like, oh yeah, I won't overspend, I'll just buy this real quick. And then it gets to round 79, and I forget about the rules and the cash thing. And then I just go, oh, why haven't I bought this? Upgrade, 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 upgrade. And then I'll just fuck it up at the last second. So I'm hands off. I'm gonna sit on my hands so that I don't actually upgrade anything else. It's probably bad to sit on my hands considering I won't be near the escape button if I need to press it and pause the game real quick. But I think it's necessary for me to not lose on pure idiocracy alone. Because like we were cutting it close on the last one as well, but I was dead focused on not going over that and the struggles of the rounds itself. So, you know, I was actively participating. Now I'm sort of just more of a bystander. But, yeah, Mark, I completely agree with you. Prince of Darkness, pretty much necessary here. Because I don't think many other 5th tiers could be bought that early for relatively cheap, aka 30,000 or less. And pop everything up till the first lot of DDTs as well. Alright, I'm getting my hand ready on the ability button. Luckily, we're still sending a shitload of balloons back at them. Yeah, see? The power of putting the Prince of Darkness at the front of the map. Admittedly, it's also a very short map, so the ZOMG didn't have further to go, but our resurrected balloons certainly came back a little faster than they expected. Alright. I think we're good here. Ignore the extra 20 grand you have. Just throw it out the window. Don't actually spend it. Some people consider throwing cash out the window to be spending it. No, I mean actually waste it. Like, put it in the washing machine if it's made of paper, and if it's made of that fancy stuff like Australia and Canada have, where it can be put in the wash and it comes out perfectly fine, then, I don't know, burn it. just hide the number. You know, this, you don't see this. Hide it. How do we hide it? Like that. See, we've only got 600 bucks. It's not worth spending on anything. You know, it's worthless. Or pretend that this is actually here. We've only got $22 and we've got 26,000 lives. I wonder if that would ever be an Odyssey or something they'd consider messing with. Turning lives into cash and like deleting cash completely. So like you'd gain lives as the round progressed, but you'd also have to spend them to buy upgrades to potentially protect yourself. That'd be interesting. I'd be a fan of a game mode like that. Anyway, we've done it. It's been a while since we've done an Odyssey fully without Monkey Knowledge. We placed a Spike Factory. He didn't stay long, but oh, so jealous. And we definitely placed Psy 5 times, so I think something's a little bit off about this screen at the moment. Because we definitely placed one of these once and then took it back. Admittedly, in extreme mode, this would 100% have said 1 and would have easily snatched that away from us. But, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Let's get our reward. 200 monkey money. A nice little, was that a MIB? No, that's a... I don't remember what it's called. The weaker ability. Anyway, doesn't matter. Oh, I did a thing. Hey, look at that. Completed 100 Odysseys. Admittedly, you could have gotten this much earlier. I just don't really play the easy and the medium difficulty ones because it doesn't offer any more trophies. If it offered more trophies, I'd be on it real soon. But it doesn't. So, that was the 1, 2, 3, 10, go Odyssey. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this helped. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.